Hello guys. You are on the channel Alice Reddit Stories. Enjoy watching. OOP hired a detective and caught her husband cheating with his secretary. Hired a detective last weekend. He caught my husband with his ex-secretary on Saturday night. Plenty of pictures. There isn't any disputing this or the happenings. Kissing, hand-holding and back to her room together for the entire night. Zero doubt on the events of the evening. They were at a weekend business conference. I suspected it and was right. I actually felt like complete shit in the lead up and to a lesser degree still do, but his behavior was a bit off for a couple weeks. I had that terrible gut feeling. I let him know over text this morning that he was caught, read receipt but no reply. I didn't state any intentions. I just told him I will just take a break to gather my thoughts. He should do the same and I need to see if I can find a way to trust again. As expected, today has been a roller coaster of emotion, anger, and tears galore. This is the absolute worst feeling ever. I wish this on nobody, which leads me to the next thought. Do I send the pics to the secretary's husband? I'm conflicted on that. I'm not a vindictive person and it is not intended to hurt the secretary, but my thinking that I would want to know if he had found out instead. But this emotional pain is so heavy. Terrible to inflict on someone. I haven't shared with anybody. I feel this is our issue at the moment. Anyone I share with will simply hate him forever. I have so many pics of them together. I stopped looking and moved them to a folder on my PC and zipped them up. Looking at them just stirs me up. I feel absolutely horrible that I did this, but I also realized that I needed to confirm the affair. Am I a horrible wife for hiring a detective? Didn't he break the trust first? Should I share the pics with her husband? Is taking break a reasonable? Where to begin? For those that remember that he turned off his Find Me, I was mistaken on the timestamp. It was before anything went down. One day, that is still a huge. Anyhow, the events went like this. He was sleeping with secretary, received my message calling him out. He immediately went completely mental, dressed and left room, not before throwing his phone into the mirror. Hotel will bill us plenty, I'm sure. Asterisk, this was confirmed by his best friend who went back to retrieve his belongings and remains of his phone. Ended up as a complete wreck at his best friend's house. He was bawling about how he ruined his life. He very well may have. He has been staying there in their guest house. We have not had any contact. Best friend's wife, my bestie for 20 years, came by this morning and is worried that he may be suicidal. They are bringing him into the main house. She was to pick him up a new phone later this afternoon. She said he is in no condition to talk to me. A complete wreck and they are worried for his life. They are monitoring him. He has been just lying in bed, crying off and on. As far as they can tell, he has not slept. If he doesn't soon, they will get him something to help. They brought him food and he has hardly eaten. Now a quick background on the friends. She is my best friend for life, probably 20 years. We are extremely close and confide on everything. Her husband is now his best friend, and was in our wedding. They have been for 12 years. These are both professional people. They call bullshit when needed, but these are people that would go to the ends of the earth for you. Good wholesome people, they pull no punches, but like me, they do not react poorly under stress, but are pure no bullshit. He can stay there as long as he needs, but knowing my bestie, she will have his ass cleaning house or doing yard work. No pity party over there. She did mention that this morning she went into his room and basically berated him for 30 minutes, told him shut up and listen, and she will likely come back with more. While I have sympathy for his current situation, it doesn't have a whole lot of bearing on the bigger picture. I still need to work through my next moves. I'm back and forth on divorce, but I never want to react out of emotion. His drama is meaningless. The last thing I would like to mention is the divorce him people. I totally get it, and I am leaning slightly that direction, but at the same time, I am a believer in responsibility and being responsible. We are in this marriage for better or worse. This is clearly the worst. Infidelity may be beyond the scale of worst, it really hurts. I've hardly eaten or slept, but I don't want to pull the trigger on that too quickly. Building trust again would be a huge task, before even considering that I need to think this through. Again, his current situation will garner no pity from me. He did this, and this is the beginning of the price he will pay for his actions, regardless of the outcome. I will likely sleep later. I'm beginning to resolve myself to the whole situation. We have no children, we're considering it maybe next year. He has really been wanting them, I do as well, but this, if we reconcile, will push that timetable or possibly even take it off the table. Money is not an issue. He does well and will survive without me. I work part-time from home. I was fortunate to work from day for adot.com that went public 5 years ago, and I'm pretty set for life. He would never go after assets, that's simply not him. Yes, I know divorce changes people. I feel I know him better than that. Even if he did, it would not be a major impact. He messaged me last night, appeared apologetic and full of shame. He wanted to call or come over this evening. I told him to leave me be and I will let him know. He has done nothing but apologize about his behavior to me and our friends. He feels he has done irreparable damage, and he has. Our previous relationship has ended. TBD if there is another in the cards. My bestie came over early this morning, let herself in and surprised me with breakfast and flowers. She insisted I eat and said she would stare at me until I ate something. She said he is very remorseful and would not elaborate on him anymore. This is about you. We went for a run and it seemed to help clear my mind. I work as I please, so I have no work schedule, so that makes it easy. She will stay the next couple nights. We are going out to dinner tonight, maybe a getaway this weekend to Cabo or somewhere warm. I may not have been clear, but we have no children. Several posters thought we did. Also, I am 32 years old, do have a prenuptial agreement. The reason being is that my cash windfall from the sale of a .com startup I worked from day one, well before marriage, is well into 7 figures, nearly 8. I don't need money, and if the marriage were to go south, he would simply get a $500,000 payout. That is in place for 20 years from marriage date. I could possibly fight that payout as well. I really don't care about it. The house is paid for. His settlement would only be the $500K and personal belongings. My bestie is referring me to a therapist and an attorney. I am investigating all courses of action. I will not send the proof to her husband at this time, not until I consult with the attorney and therapist. This isn't street justice, but if after consultation with them it makes sense, I will. One thought from my bestie is to have the attorney serve as proxy. He will be moving to their guest house on the weekend. He can stay indefinitely, and she will require him to pay her $750 a week. He can have no visitors, and he does not have house or pool privileges. Park in street. He has to pay for a housekeeper weekly as well. Told you she takes no bullshit. Hotel billed him $600 for the mirror and room cleaning. He reimbursed my bestie for the replacement phone from his own account. Before someone digs meaning into that, he has an account with a few thousand for spending money. I have full access to it. We have joint credit cards, his have limits less than 10K each. All advised by the attorney that did the prenup and estate planning. I don't appreciate the harsh DMs. I also don't appreciate the guys asking if we would like to meet, nor the one that offered to be my personal sexual slave. Just sick. I do appreciate the helpful books and links. I have an analytical mind and working through the process, good or bad, helps. Also, thanks for the great YouTube links. Finally, divorce is absolutely on the table, but so is reconciliation. I didn't get to this place in life by making rash decisions. It all has to be worked through and planned. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. There are many interesting stories ahead of you.